Good morning, everybody. So glad to be here with you again today. This has been an interesting week, as most weeks are. And this weekend, I've been doing some thinking about roadblocks that have gotten in my way uh, as I've tried to be a little bit more efficient and a little bit kinder to myself as well. Uh, and what I've been running into are definitely some obstacles that I've needed to identify and dismantle. And maybe you've run into similar ones. I don't know. Uh, when it comes to taking a break and getting some rest and giving my body a chance to actually repair at the cellular level, I don't necessarily do as good a job as I could. And one of the things I discovered this week is I'm my own worst enemy at times. The loudest obstacle to me getting rest is my internal voice that keeps insisting I haven't done enough to deserve to take a break. Uh, that taskmaster often links my sense of morality to my output, suggesting that stopping is a sign of weak character or a lack of ambition. No, it's not. I'm tired. When we sit down to rest, this voice begins to list every unfinished chore or unanswered email that seems to be surrounding me in a circle, creating sort of an undercurrent of anxiety that makes relaxation nigh impossible. To overcome this, I need to learn to treat these thoughts as mere mental noise, not objective truths. Dismantling this inner critic requires me to practice self compassion and set firm boundaries for my own thoughts. For example, when a thought arises saying I should be cleaning instead of sitting, I can acknowledge the thought and gently respond by saying that the cleaning can wait until I've recharged my internal battery a little bit. Uh, I can also set a quitting time for the day. I don't have to keep working in through the night. I can quit anytime I want to. Um, After I set that quitting time, that internal taskmaster no longer is allowed to dictate my actions. By consistently challenging these intrusive thoughts, I can actually begin to train my mind to accept stillness as a valid and a productive state of being. Uh, I can also practice cutting the digital lease. And I think some of you know full well what I'm talking about here. How many of you stay tied to your smartphone and your computer like you can't exist in the real world, or you're not doing your job the way you should be doing it, or taking care of your friends and family the way you should, unless that smartphone or that computer has almost become a body part that you can't lay down. Um, the digital lease ensures that work, news, and social comparisons are never more than an arm's reach away, creating a culture of artificial urgency. Some of us actually remember the day when there was no such thing as being plugged into your cell phone and constantly available all the time. There were no such things even as answering machines. And you could only answer the phone if you happened to be in the area of the phone when it rang. Nobody could leave you a message. They had to call you back or come over. Uh, So if we're constantly reacting to pings and buzzes, we're not resting. We are merely waiting until the next interruption. And I guarantee you, there'll be another interruption. Overcoming these obstacles requires the creation of what I call no-go zones, where technology is intentionally excluded. Creating these boundaries helps to break the habit of things like reflex calling. Oh, let me look and see if I've got a message that I didn't hear. Oh my goodness, is this urgent? 99% of them aren't urgent at all. It's just people hiccuping a message to you that you do not have to instantly respond to. We can give ourselves space to reconnect with our own thoughts and the physical world that surrounds us. And that allows us to really decompress much more deeply and to relax. I think some of us are subject to the pressure that's manifested by some of the abbreviations that are so popular right now. How many of you have ever heard of a FOMO? Uh, I'll bet you that you are subject to FOMOs from time to time. FOMO actually stands for fear of missing out. And social pressure often causes this to manifest. It drives us to say yes to every invitation and stay up to date on every single trend, even the trend of what these abbreviations mean. We worry that if we choose to stay home and do nothing, we will lose our social standing or miss out on a defining opportunity. The fear keeps our schedule overpacked and our minds cluttered with external expectations. To reclaim something as simple as our rest, we must consciously shift our perspective toward what I call JOMOs, which is the joy of missing out, which celebrates the peace found in opting out. Say, no, I don't think I'll be going to that. Uh, no, no harm, no shame. I'm just, nah, I don't think I'll go. This actually happened to me not too long ago. I was visiting with a friend and we were having a really good visit, and different things had come up, and different people had invited us to go different places and do different things. And we really wanted to spend more time together. But FOMO had reared its ugly head, and we were afraid to miss out on the next best thing. And we'd done a few things that they were okay, but not so much. And another opportunity came up, and we looked at each other and we said, do you really want to go to that? Is that something you really want to do? And we said, not particularly. That doesn't make my heart sing with excitement. And so we did a JOMO. We opted into the joy of missing out. And it was the best thing. We had the best time together. Choosing to miss out on the noise allows us to tune back into the frequency of what is our own life. And that's such a joy, just such a wonderful joy. And next time that you're given an opportunity, if it's not something that really make your eyes light up and your heart beat a little faster, maybe it's okay to experience the joy of missing out. The world will certainly go on without you. I can guarantee you that. There are also simple little things day to day that we don't even think about that we can do to actually establish rest rituals is what I'm going to call them. Something that protects you and helps you get into the mode of resting at certain periods of time during the day. Um, Obstacles tend to thrive in transition periods throughout the day. You know, when we're going from work to home, from home to work, when we're running chores, whatever, uh, where the boundaries of our responsibilities actually blur a little bit. Without a clear signal that the workday has ended, my mind remains in an active state, ruminating on tasks and problems long after I have physically said the day's at an end. But I have found that setting up a rest ritual actually helps uh, build a off switch that I can recognize that says, hey, day's done. Let it go. You'll pick it up again tomorrow if it's that important. And the ritual doesn't need to be at all elaborate. It just needs to be consistent to be effective. One of the things that I have started doing is when I come home after the day is done and all the running is accomplished, I change into what I call comfortable clothes immediately. Um, Maybe I'll spend a couple minutes writing down things that I need to remember for tomorrow. But basically, I'm going to shut down my computer. I'm going to get on comfortable clothes and I'm going to get back a little bit and actually relax. You know, this is just a process I go through. It's a ritual. It signals to me it's time for some guilt-free rest. And that's what I'm going to recommend to you, that you get in the habit of designating a period of time in which you can turn off most of everything for the day. And yes, emergencies happen. And yes, some demands have to continue to be met. I'm fully aware of that, and I know you are too. And I'm not talking about that. I am just saying it's okay to develop into your life as much as you possibly can uh, a time to rest. Uh, Setting a specific time each evening to put the electronics away is a wonderful thing to get in the habit of doing. You may find that there are interesting people around that really want to engage you in one-on-one talk, you know, face to face, instead of checking your electronics. And I don't know about you, but one of the things that will make me want to quit talking to someone is in the middle of our conversation for them to pick up their phone and start scrolling. I just, nope, I'm done. No, thank you very much. Not going to waste my time with you while you scroll through your electronics. Uh, and that quitting ritual really means a lot as well. It's just you got to turn off at some point during the day for your own mental health, for your own well being. Uh, it signals to you personally, to that little voice inside you of, oh, you got to do more, you got to do more, that no, it doesn't. I'm done for the day. It can all wait till tomorrow. So, with that in mind, you go have yourself a marvelous day. And when it's time to shut down, I wish you joy in missing out. Talk to you later. Bye for now.